Okay, everybody. I don't think I'm going to be able to get episode 2 of Hazbin Hotel uploaded because I uploaded it and it got blocked for the complete video because I was just going to cut out what was being blocked, and I checked and, well, it's the whole freaking video, essentially. So, yeah. So that one's going to have to go up on BitChute, and this video will be the redirect, essentially, where I talk about the episode. And let me just say that I was not disappointed with the whole battle between Vox and Alistair. I really wanted to see Alistair kick his ass because, like I said, I'm doing a roleplay with someone that she took inspiration from some of the characters from Hazbin Hotel. Like Alistair, for example, though he's not quite like the Alistair in Hazbin Hotel. His design, I think, is the same, essentially. But his personality is different. Vox, she based off Alistair's cousin as a Wendigo because we were doing like a fantasy type thing instead of with a TV for a head. And Vox was the one who was saying that, yeah, Smile is always wearing a smile, essentially. I don't know if Alistair was always wearing a smile in the roleplays. I don't remember. But, yeah, I digress. Some of the stuff was in there, like some of the characters kind of based off of some of the characters. I think Stolas from Hell of a Boss is in there, too. I don't know what else, because I haven't seen Hell of a Boss. I just know that Stolas is in Hell of a Boss. I just don't know anything else about it. Anyway, and they were rivals, essentially. They were cousins and rivals, and Vox always loved to mess with Alistair, which I think is the opposite in the actual show. And, Serpentius shows up yet again to try and pick a fight with Alistair, and yet again gets his ass kicked by him. And yet again, Alistair's like, who are you? I don't know who you are. You're not very memorable, essentially. And I'm kind of assuming that Alistair's kind of a psychopath. Not sure exactly. The guy is definitely cocky. And, I am curious to see how this will go. But, yeah, we get introduced to the V's, Valentino, Velvet, and Vox. Vox, I wasn't expecting to have a TV head, but now that I know about Alistair being, the radio demon, it kind of makes sense, radio versus TV, because TV killed off radio, essentially, is in our world. But, yeah, when Vox has to go and deal with Valentino, who's pitching a hissy fit, causing problems for Velvet too, and it turns out it's because Angel Dust ended up not quitting, but moving into the Hazbin Hotel, and Valentino's pissed about that. Why? Does he expect all his people to just live in his building? I don't know. Anyway, Vox gets him to thankfully not go charging in there and kill and assault everybody in the building, thankfully. And Valentino chooses that moment to tell him that, Alistair is there too, and Vox reacts not very well to that. And I was hoping for that, because I knew those two possibly had a rivalry, because I wasn't sure, what was canon for the roleplay versus, the canon in the roleplay, or what was canon for the show, based on what I had seen in the roleplays, And it turns out that, Vox decided to try and take down Alistair in another song, and Alistair had gotten his coat torn a little bit by Serpentius, which actually did not turn out well for him. And when he came out, he saw all this going on, I was like, oh, well. And then he goes back to his little radio station and gets back on the air, and immediately goes to battle with Vox, and thoroughly kicks his ass. And I didn't actually stop and read the blue screen that popped up on Vox's face when he was freaking out during the song, but someone else did, and I read it, and I was like, oh my god, I love the attention to detail! Because the people who were doing the animations and all that knew that people might stop to pause and read if it actually had words on it, and they They did it. They did it. Oh, and thoroughly made him shut down all the TV networks in the dang city, except for the Hazbin Hotel, because they don't have TV like that. So it's a good thing that they were not technologically advanced like that, because then the V's could have possibly messed with them in some kind of way. And we get to see a glimpse of Alistair's true demon form as he starts to transform. I don't think he transformed completely from what we saw, but it was very, very creepy. And yeah, Vox, you got your ass kicked. A lot. It was actually a one-sided thing, because Vox was freaking out. Alistair was calm during the whole dang thing. I don't know if that was part of his mask that he keeps up, or if that he actually was really calm the whole time. I don't know. But he always has a smile on his face. But I know one thing. If you ever not see that smile on his face, no one in hell will be able to protect you from him. Probably not anyone in heaven either. That's how scary the guy is. If you see him frowning or not have a smile on his face, yeah, no one in life will be able to protect you. Anyway, yeah, Vox decides that, yeah, we have to send someone on the inside to make sure that Lucifer's little girl, Charlie does not make a deal with Alistair, because if that happens, well, it's not going to be good for them, because Alistair would have gotten his hooks into the royal family of hell, and yeah, he could use that to his advantage, and who knows what would happen because of that. So, yeah, they send someone that was not associated with them, yet you kind of could assume that he was, because he did mention right before he got his ass kicked that he was trying, if he had managed to beat Alistair, then the V's would actually accept him as an equal. So, yeah, they sent Serpentius to try and be a patron of the Hazbin Hotel, and he's trying to act like he is, and, you know, Charlie is obviously eating this up and actually thinking that he is actually there to really repent. And Angel Dust obviously is not really buying it. And it kind of gets to where we see kind of glimpses at the real Angel Dust, because he sees, you know, him getting all the attention, all the praise for doing such a good job. And yeah, it kind of messes with him. But thankfully, his mistrust of Serpentius actually pays off in this, because he ends up, you know, going through the hotel and he sees him setting up a camera, because obviously, like I said, they aren't technologically advanced, and because of the blackouts right now, they have no way of keeping an eye on things, so they have to sneak him in and get him a camera to record what's going on. I guess get some insider information, and he catches him doing this. And when the girls walk in, having heard the scuffle, Angel Dust, it obviously tells him, you know, what's going on, and he tries to, well, act like, no, I'm not like that, you're my best friend, blah, 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 blah. And then he reveals the camera, and you would think that he would double down and say that Angel Dust is actually the mole in this situation, and claim that he's the one who's doing all this, and blah, 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 and turn the tables on him. No, Serpentius doesn't even think to do that, because as soon as that happens, he outs himself and tries to call for backup. Yeah, dude, you didn't really think that went through. That was not a smart move on your part, essentially. And obviously, you know, Vox does not give him the time of day and says, yeah, if they don't kill you, you might as well kill yourself. And obviously this upsets him because, well, the one person he was supposed to be trusting in this situation that he thought would help him, nope. And Charlie takes that opportunity to get him on their side, essentially. And they might actually have someone who wants to do good, or wants to repent now that he's at his lowest, essentially. So maybe this might actually come some good out of it. And the funny thing is that Alistair picks up that video watch, uses his voodoo magic, and contacts Vox and tells him, yeah, you're gonna have to do better than that. Oh boy. But yeah, nobody's even... Oh, obviously they don't know the whole being able to kill an angel thing, but that's actually gonna probably pop up soon. Hintity hint hint. Anyway, Yeah, I love the song. I have been kind of listening to it a lot after I got done with this episode. And yeah, I am curious to see how this is going to go, if we're going to get more backstory on Alistair and the others, like, you know, how they died. Because obviously all of them except Charlie are human souls who died at some point in their life and ended up in hell. So, yeah. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video, which is episode 3, and I'm hoping I can get that one uploaded onto YouTube. Wish me luck.